my name is Hajnal Eppley, and I am the Department Director of Gallery Teaching and Teen Programs at the Cleveland Museum of Art.
And my name is Gandarilla. I'm the Teen Programs Fellow, and we're going to be talking to you guys today about social media, and these are a few images of how the teens see us.
I get to have a little Pokemon with me as well. So we are here to talk about how we use social media as a tool with our teens. We do have a couple videos here, so I'm hoping, there we go. All right. We have an opportunity to engage with our teens using a visual tool that is very much a part of their comfort life. And there's a big reason why we choose to do this. So unlike me, and unlike probably some of you, the teens that we work with are digital natives. They have grown up from the time they were born with technology in their hands. And there was a research survey done in 2015 by the Pew Center that said that 92% of kids have the opportunity to go online every day, and 75% of teens have a smartphone. This was in 2015, so you can imagine that by now that number has probably increased. And so for the programming that we do, we've decided that we don't want to fight that. This is something that our teens have with them. They're holding it in their hands or their pockets pretty much any moment that we are together. And so how can we harness the power of these tools and use them in a way that can help us capitalize on the kinds of things that we're doing together in the museum? So there are many different ways that we do this, and this is an example of a prompt that we use to encourage close looking in our galleries. In this case, a student was given one word. Their prompt was brown, and this is a video that they chose to make of some of the things in our collection. We also use it as an opportunity to share our teens' voices on behalf of our larger community. So we also did a teen takeover of the Cleveland Museum of Art's Instagram account, and Julia here took over the account for the entire museum for a night to give the community a glimpse into what her life is like at the museum. And then we use it as a promotional tool, which is probably what nonprofits are most comfortable with, sharing a little bit of information about what's coming up. Here we were working with a local artist to prep for a teen night, and she was teaching us how to do wheat pasting, and we then transferred that into the big end of the year teen event, and we wanted to give people kind of a glimpse of what was coming up and kind of pique their curiosity a little bit. So we do teach the teens that the technology that we have is something that can be used for many different purposes. I think we use it to play, and so this group of teens actually created a gallery game. You can see the student holding a piece of paper where people had to go up in the galleries, find an artwork, and pose like that artwork, take a picture of it, and post it to an account. This is another opportunity, or another version of a game led by staff where we encouraged close looking by asking teens to solve some clues that were a part of a game, which Sally will talk a little bit more about later. Somebody was going to be stealing artworks in our collection, and they had to stop them before it happened. All right, so I'm going to pass it over to Sally.
So one of the things that we kind of overlook is that social media can be used as a way for teens to make connections. So they can connect to each other even when they're not in the program, outside of the program. And social media has a platform where you can comment and see what other people have liked, and that really helps them to form these connections, which helps them to work better as a group. And students already have these apps on their devices, so they are already familiar with using things like Snapchat and Instagram. So it makes it a lot easier when we're going in and introducing an activity. So like I mentioned, some of the things we use are Snapchat and Instagram. Here Sam is using Boomerang to show one of the pieces in our collection, and it's just a repeating video, so it's kind of like, it can be funny and it's cool. Social media allows teens to look at things from a different perspective, and I think this photo really shows that. So they can do a 360 video of a statue or an artwork or even zoom in and look at some of the details on some of the paintings that we have in the museum. And here's the game that Hajnal kind of mentioned a little. It's called The Narrator. So we would post a very close-up of one of our artworks and then give them a little clue at the bottom. And they would have to go into the galleries and try to find this. So it's kind of like a social media scavenger hunt, but it saves paper. Another thing that we encourage is for teens to post about their day. So we're constantly allowing them to post to the Instagram page about some of the activities that we're doing and some of the places that we're going. So here we went to Transformer Station, and I think this is a really cool photo. Another thing that I feel like is not really paid a lot of attention to is hashtags. Hashtags allow all these images to be grouped on one page, so it's a great tool for us to see what the teens are really liking, but it's also cool for them to see what people who are coming to their events are liking. And finally, the teens want more. They love using social media because it's something that they're already comfortable with, and it provides them a cool way to look at the museum from a fresh and new perspective.
Okay, so we've had to kind of zoom through a lot of things that we're doing, and we will have the opportunity to pass out some more things in the handout. But we did want to put our contact information up here in case anyone wants to talk with us later, and I'm hoping that we have the opportunity to speak and to learn a little bit more about all the things that you're working on. Thank you, guys.